Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video, it's kind of like a follow-up to the last video I've uploaded where I covered this article of the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem film is already announced that the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem film is getting not only a sequel, but a um, two-season Paramount Plus series on well, I guess on Paramount Plus, and I will link that video in that's a tell video that is shown in the end of each video, and I will give you guys the link to the article that I was reading off of in the description below, so you guys can read the article and use it if you guys want to. But I've been thinking a bit more since then. Since I'm essentially made that video. And at this time, the video has yet to be released, but by the time this video will be released, is that Ninja Turtle video I'm referencing will be the last video uploaded prior to this one. And I have to say that after also giving it a lot of thought too, because I've been thinking and thinking and thinking. Because on one hand, I am happy we're getting Ninja Turtle stuff, right? But on the other hand, I'm still hesitant about this version of the Ninja Turtles, not because of the cast of the Turtles per se, but it's because of Seth Rogen is part of the creative team. And I watched an episode of Sansa Inc. to see how to get a better idea of Seth Rogen's creative chops in that department, which made me even more hesitant about the Mutant Mayhem film. And that can be a video for another time. The part that I want to focus on in this video is that I think it's not a good idea for studios to announce a sequel or a series of said property before it releases. Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is the center point of this video, right? Now, if you guys are excited about the sequel and two-part season series, I'm happy for you guys. But Mutant Mayhem hasn't even come out first. We don't even know if that movie's gonna be good, decent enough to get a sequel and a series, or downright horse shit. That kind of with Mutant Next Mutation, going to take a massive horse shit on the Ninja Turtles franchise. I've stated multiple times in the past, as a Ninja Turtle fan, I would love nothing more than this Ninja Turtle movie, Mutant Mayhem, that's going to come out in a week or two, August 2nd, so I think it's a week at this point, to be debatably the best Ninja Turtle film since the 2007 Ninja Turtles movie. Because I like the 2007 Ninja Turtle movie more than I did to the Bay Turtles, which is why I constantly say the best movie since the 2007 movie. And even the 2007 movie, I would prefer that one version of the Turtles get a sequel and a 2-season miniseries, whatever, before the Mutant Mayhem gets a sequel and a miniseries. And this is me not taking any direct shots towards Mutant Mayhem right now, because the movie hasn't even been out, so I'm not going to all I can judge the movie upon, the new movie that's going to come out on, is a few clips I've seen and the trailers, which, sure, here and there, that might have got me to chuckle, but for the most part, it's into me. It's The Mutant Mayhem. TMNT, also being the first Ninja movie I've seen in theaters, was a pretty good movie. It was might not been the best Ninja movie I can now say, but it's still pretty good. I think that movie deserves a sequel and a 2-season series more than Mutant Mayhem right now. I don't know. Who knows? Whenever I go into Mutant Mayhem, maybe my thoughts will change. Maybe my thoughts will change, and maybe I will be singing the tune of this movie deserves a sequel and a 2-season series, or maybe just a sequel, maybe not a 2-season series. Who knows? But studios needs to stop announcing sequels of their product before said product is released. Because on the simple fact that the product hasn't been released, you don't know how the general public will react to it. You may hope the general public would enjoy the product you produce, but as far as you know, that general public could like dog shit on it essentially. For whether them dog shitting on the property is a justifiable reason or not, you don't know how the public will react to it, right? It'd be like The Last Airbender being a live action adaptation of the After the Last Airbender show. After the Last Airbender was a phenomenal show. Lasted 3 seasons. I love the show. I even enjoyed the Legend of Korra show. Even though I admit Legend of Korra isn't as good as After the Last Airbender, but I still enjoy Legend of Korra. And I still think that is worth a watch. With that said, The Last Airbender movie was shit. I often call it The Last Shitbender. My brother, who's seen that movie before me, told me, don't watch this. This is a pile of shit. Craps on the lore of Avatar. I did not listen to him. I regret not listening to my brother because, like I said, The Last Airbender movie is often referred to from me as The Last Shitbender. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, The Last Airbender up, because it'll be like M. Night Shyamalan and whoever made this live action The Last Airbender movie. Before Last Airbender movie came out, right? Announcing, hey, we're going to make a Last Airbender 2. And of course, people who grew up on the series will have said, okay, cool, that's cool, we're going to get a sequel after this. And that, I'm saying before. At least I would have been one of those people. I was pretty young too, I was like still in the teen years. But after the movie gets much backlash, and if The Last Airbender 2 came out, I doubt, like, really anyone will have seen it. Like, a few people might have, but not enough to, like, make a profit. It will lose more money than it will gain, right? And you know, like, essentially, like, Lucasfilm has, like, put themselves in a rough spot, essentially, because Kathleen freaking Kennedy has even said, as announced, prior to The Last Jedi, Star Wars The Last Jedi, how, oh, we're going to get a trilogy with Rian Johnson. That movie came out in, like, 2017. So, what, it's been, like, what, approximately 5 years? A bit over 5 years? Since The Last Jedi came out? And that film is, like, amongst the Star Wars fan, like, community, very controversial, and is, like, is mixed. It has mixed reviews. There's, like, really two sides. One side really hates The Last Jedi, the other side really loves The Last Jedi. I'm like, The Last Jedi's in. But we're like, what, 5, 6, 7 years away from, like, what, the Last Jedi release? We were promised a Rian Johnson trilogy. Granted, now we never um, got any updates or even a movie or a trailer of the Ryan Johnson trilogy, which it's fair to say that his trilogy will most likely never happen. Otherwise, we will have, at the very least, got some updates of like story threads, potential characters, what time era his trilogy will be in. Well, we really haven't had any updates since The Last Jedi came out, and essentially left the fandom is split. But like announcing a trilogy for Ryan Johnson prior to The Last Jedi release was a really premature move. Because again, you don't know how the general public would have reacted to The Last Jedi. Sure, when it comes to this, in Star Wars case, they had The Force Awakens, which a lot of people enjoyed, which made a lot of money. Rogue One, a fair amount of people enjoyed, if memory serves me right, made a lot of money. Last Jedi, sure, might have made a lot of money, but a lot of people were like saying that, like, to it. But kind of going back to like The Last Airbender for a second, that would have definitely lost a lot of money if the sequel came out. And you can't even tell that they were trying to set up for like this second movie, which would take all this best from the first one, took the second season and strung into one. Which The Last Airbender, what it should have done is took each season and essentially split into two, so that way they can take their time a bit more, further the characters development and stuff and shit like that. So it's essentially by the time we made it to the third season, and it was the third season, right? It would have been like what 2, 4, 6 movies. So going back to like the Ninja Turtles, right? I've stated that I'm cautiously optimistic about this film. Way more cautious than optimistic, especially after I watched Santa Inc., whatever it's called. The whole but the whole cautious bit and the cautiously optimistic bit has rose, and the optimistic part went down. I would love nothing more than this movie to bomb in a good way in theaters, make money, hell, even make a profit, and it probably still will make a profit, but I want this movie to be successful, right? Nothing will make me happier as an Ninja Turtle fan to have this film be a massive success. And I don't exactly mean financially, at least, per se. I mean, like, with a word of mouth. Because anything can be, like, in the movie industry, can be, success in financial standpoint. But in terms of word of mouth, if there's more people praising it than negatively commenting on it, then I feel like that would be a success. Overall success, right? And I want that for the Mutant Mayhem film. I want me to be overly cautious over nothing, essentially. Overly cautious over nothing. But like I said, announcing, hey guys, we're going to not only have a sequel, which I kind of figured they will have a sequel, let's be real, but not only a sequel, but a 2-season Paramount show. It's like, dude, the movie hasn't even come out yet. Wait until like 2 weeks at the very least, or even a week. Wait at least a week before the movie comes out. Like, when the movie's out, like, was coming out on, like, August 2nd, right? So it'll be next Wednesday. So wait until, like, August 9th, being the Wednesday following the release. So it can be having a full week before for people to watch. Then announce, okay, we're going to have a sequel and a spin-off show that will last 2 seasons. But, like, I don't know. I just think studios need to calm the hell down about announcing sequels or spin-off shows or any spin-offs in general of properties that has yet to come out. If anything, like, wait until they've been released at the week as a minimum before announcing that tough shit. And like I said, it doesn't even surprise me that they announced that they're gonna have a sequel, because I kind of had a sense that, okay, this might have a sequel, especially since I've heard that they don't have Strider in this film. They were planning to use the Strider in future films. And I don't, like, I'm not exactly mad per se at the fact that they have announced a sequel or a spin-off. That's not what I'm exactly upset about. What I'm upset about is, or criticizing, if I feel like that's a more proper term, is they announced a sequel and a spin-off before the movie even aired. And I don't think I really, like, fully thought that when I made my video, my last Ninja Turtle video that's now published by the time this video is made. But as I said earlier, I want nothing more than this film, Mutant Mayhem, to be successful. Nothing more than this film to essentially become even more successful, or to either be as good or better than the '07 movie. And for me, that's saying a lot, because I really enjoyed the '07 movie. The '07 movie is amongst the best incarnations of the Turtles that we got, in my humble opinion. So that's all I have to really say. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.